Good evening and welcome to the 2017 NCCS Fall Athletics Awards ceremony. I would like to begin by thanking numerous individuals that have helped this past season be a success. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Rick Hunter for all of his help with our athletics webpage. I would like to thank our two nurses, Ms. Kim Letourneau and Ms. Jennifer Dion, for their work in the nurse's office. I would like to thank Mr. Letourneau for creating the plaques that we have for this evening's ceremony. I would like to thank our booster club for their continued generosity and effort throughout the season. Specifically, if you guys haven't noticed, there's been a lot more, I'll say, pride items that have come recently in terms of the soccer games, volleyball games, and those we have our booster club to thank. So thank you, booster club. Special thanks to Ms. Menard, who has been a huge help in the preparation of the awards ceremony in terms of the certificates. I would also like to thank our custodial, our maintenance, and our transportation staffs. Our sports seasons would not go as smoothly as they go without your help and your hard work. I would like to thank our coaches for our fall programs for all of their dedication to their teams. We will never know the countless hours you have spent making your athletes and your teams excel. Let us give a round of applause for everyone that has helped make this past season a success. The format of this ceremony is I will announce each team and the coach of that team one at a time. The coach will then come down and give a quick synopsis of their team's accomplishment of this past season. When they finish with the summary, I will announce the special award winners for that team. Once we have gone through each team and our awards here in the auditorium, the teams will then go to a designated location, which will be stated at the end of the ceremony. Once you are at the location, the JV coach will begin by handing out the JV team certificates, then have the opportunity to speak to their team, followed by the varsity coach. I'm going to first invite Ashley Manette down here for a special presentation, and please join me, Coach Lynch and Coach Banker.
I just wanted to say a few things about Coach Banker. As you all know, Coach is retiring. This will be his last season as coach of the NCCS Varsity Volleyball team. He's been saying it for years, but he really means it this time. I met Coach when I was 8 years old. He was my elementary school art teacher before he became my volleyball coach. In 5th and 6th grade, I took part in his spring intramural volleyball program at Moore's Elementary. My love for the sport of volleyball flourished because of his youth program and summer volleyball camp. I couldn't wait to join the modified team in 7th grade. Goodbye freezing cold soccer, hello dry and toasty indoor volleyball. Long before Coach Banker became coach, he was an outstanding athlete for Peru High School. He spent his high school years running for both track and field and cross country. He was also captain for both teams. He eventually became a coach for Peru. He coached from 1987 until 1995, including girls JV soccer, girls JV volleyball, girls varsity volleyball, and girls varsity track and field. He led his teams to many CVAC and Section 7 titles throughout these years. In 2015, Coach Banker was inducted into the Peru Athletic Hall of Fame. Here at NCCS, he has been the varsity volleyball coach since the late 90s. He has spent countless hours training, guiding, and motivating NCCS volleyball players, including Coach Barry and Coach King, who will be taking his place next season. In 2016, he was chosen as CVAC Coach of the Year. This was icing on the cake after having led his team to become the Section 7 Class C champions. I had the honor of being part of that team, and it was an incredible experience. Thank you, Coach Banker, for taking a chance on me. It was an amazing season that I will never forget. Coaching any sport for a long period of time requires dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice. Coach Banker went above and beyond his duties as varsity coach here at NCCS. He proved how much he cared about the future of the volleyball program by introducing the Spring Youth Volleyball Program at Moore's Elementary. Any successful team is made up of athletes who started playing at an early age, and he implemented a program to do just that. Many of those girls, myself included, went on to play at the varsity level. He also started the week-long summer volleyball camp here at the high school, where both current volleyball players and newcomers could get together and either learn or improve their volleyball skills ahead of the season. Thank you for your continuous effort efforts to improve our volleyball program. Your time, consideration, and efforts are very much appreciated. Another way that Coach Banker was looking out for the future of the program was by inviting Coach Barry and Coach King to join him at our summer volleyball camp and to help out during our regular season this year. This ensured that they could get to know each varsity player as well as the JV players who will be moving up. We are glad for the opportunity to get to know both Coach Barry and Coach King. The 2018 season should be a great one. This season was a roller coaster of highs and lows. It was a transitional year, and sometimes it was hard for us to stay upbeat and positive. I had to give you proper credit for putting up with all of us. It was not easy dealing with 12 different personalities, attitudes, and moods at each and every practice and match. On a personal note, I want to thank you for choosing me as a team captain. You always believed in me, even when I couldn't believe in myself. There were times when I felt discouraged and defeated, and it was hard to shake it off. You used these instances as teachable moments, either through a tough love approach or by pulling me aside and giving me one of those many pep talks. I may not have always liked to hear it, but it was always necessary for me to grow as a person, player, and leader. When the smoke cleared, I would reflect on the advice you gave, and your encouragement and support meant a lot to me. Best wishes to you on your well-deserved retirement. I hope you can make it to some of our matches next year, and always remember that you made a great impact on many lives. You made a difference, you are appreciated, and you will be missed. Our JV girls volleyball coach, Coach Lynch, will also be retiring this year. Coach Lynch has been the JV volleyball coach and girls varsity track and field coach here at NCCS for many years. Most of you also know her because she is a middle school PE teacher. I first had the pleasure of being coached by Coach Lynch when I was selected to join her JV team. As JV coach, she had the difficult task of organizing a group of relative newbies and having to teach us fundamentals such as proper serving technique, passing, rotation, and practically everything necessary to be successful in JV and varsity volleyball. I am thankful for everything that she taught me and also for her not being too upset with me when I opted to move up to varsity a year early. It was a tough decision for me because I truly enjoyed having her as my coach. Coach Lynch was also my varsity track and field coach. As a freshman, she took me under her wing and with personalized training and tons of advice, she helped me to set many personal records in my individual and real-life events. She gave plenty of praise when it was deserved, and she also didn't sugarcoat things when a much-needed critique was in order. This past track season was tough. The weather was rarely on our side, and we only had 11 girls on our team, making it almost impossible to be competitive against the other schools in our section. We lost some great athletes when they graduated, lost a few more to alternative sports, and truth be told, the training necessary to be a great track athlete can be daunting to some. When the track was covered in 2 feet of snow, Coach Lynch did not despair. We still went outside, strapped our snowshoes on, and completed our training that way. You've got to love spring in the North Country. Surprisingly, and against all odds, we still managed to win 2 meets. While having a small team wasn't ideal, it did allow us to have more one-on-one time with Coach Lynch. We had a lot of fun at our Invitational in Queensbury, our team dinner at Olive Garden, and our unique team bonding via belly dancing. Thank you, Coach Lynch, for a source of inspiration and for always motivating us to do our best, whether on the court or on the track. Your time and dedication was sincerely appreciated. You will be dearly missed. Best wishes to you, and here's to a happy and fulfilling retirement.
So we will begin with JV volleyball, coached by Ann Lynch.
My paper.
The NCCS JV volleyball season was very successful in spite of their 5-11 record. The girls posted double wins against NAC and Saranac Lake, and they split with Beekmantown this season. They also had several very close games with Lake Placid, Prue, and Plattsburgh, losing games 23-25. Coming into this season, we knew it would be a rebuilding year. The beginning of the season was also plagued with injuries. With only 10 players being down, even 1 player created the need to move players out of their specialty and pitch hit in other positions. Being new to the strategies and skills of JV, the girls were still able to adapt and make those changes sometimes with little notice. Only one of the players was a returning player with a full year of JV under her belt. The other 9 had a lot to learn about specializing in a position and learning how to cover on offense and defense. There are also a lot of advanced skills that start to come into play at the JV level. The girls worked very hard at practice. Well into the season, the girls did very well at practice with all of the new strategies and skills, but were unable to make that consistently into games where the teams forced them to make decisions on the fly. During the last week, the hard work of practice and trial by fire in the games paid off. The girls began playing as well on the court as they did at practice. They were able to become a cohesive team that could adapt and communicate well under the pressures of the game. This team will be able to start out much better next year with a core group that now understands what it takes to be a team and win at the JV level.
The JV Volleyball Most Improved Player is awarded to Alana Dara. The JV Volleyball Most Valuable Player is awarded to Kelsey Gamache. Varsity Volleyball, coached by Brent Banker.
I made 2 requests of my volleyball team this season. I mean, besides all the normal requests coaches make for their players throughout the year. My first request was made early in the season. That was to put a Johnny Cash song in the warm-up. Being the kind-hearted players that they were, they granted their request. Thank you, Tara, for that. The next request was made about halfway through the season by a desperate coach. We just lost to Osceola Valley, making that 5 straight losses in 15 straight sets. Things did not look any better. For our next match was against Saranac Lake, a team coming in that was 4-1, a team that we had defeated in the championship game the season before. Over the past 3 seasons, we built a nice little rivalry with Saranac Lake, getting the better end of the deal with 7 wins and 1 loss. Back to my second request. I was a desperate coach. I told my players, if I had only 1 win this season, it would be to defeat Saranac Lake on our home court. I'm sure when Saranac Lake came into our gym that night, a place that we occasionally referred to as the Den, they thought payback was at hand. In this match, our team defeated the Saranac Lake Red Storm 3-2. It brought back memories of that championship game last year. Yes, we finished 2-15, but this match showed the great potential that this team has. They will return 8 seniors next season, and I believe we will have a good chance to contend for the Class C title again, owned by, yes, Saranac Lake. As the JV squad, last year this team was 13-3. Coach Lynch said, when you figured things out at the JV level, they were a very good team. I believe this team has great potential. With good coaches helping them, they will do well. For me and my seniors, our careers didn't end the way we wanted, but we can take stock in the fact that part of us will be with this team next year. And I want to thank my team for standing tall during a challenging season. Thank you.
The Varsity Volleyball Most Improved Player is awarded to Olivia Kulovic. Sydney Hunter. Next we have boys and girls varsity cross country, who's coached by Coach Darcy Castine, who I believe is down in Florida at this point in time. So tomorrow we will remember her when it's cold up here and she's enjoying a nice sunshine. So I get the liberty of reading this, and she gave a little spoiler alerts in it, so I'm sorry for that. Boys varsity cross country had more depth this year with 23 runners. They improved their season record from last year. The girls team struggled with the lack of a complete team. All runners improved their times throughout the season. We had 2 team captains who supported the team, led by example, were always ready to practice and push themselves to improve. By the end of the year, they were both in the top 3 for our team, and they are our 2 MVPs, Jacob Steinfeld and Roland Gay, which I'll announce again later. For boys, the most improved athlete is Jack Sample, who improved his times throughout the season, including his home meet time by 4 minutes from last year. For the girls, the most improved athlete is Allison LaPointe, who is new to the team, got conditioned, and improved her home meet time by more than 6 minutes. We lose 5 seniors this year: Gavin Barrier, Holden Nieves, Liam Hilferty, Skyland Thompson, and Tara Lashway. Most have been on cross country since they started on modified in 7th grade. They will be missed, and we wish them the best. Last year, many on the team started hiking the 46 highest Adirondack peaks, and Braden Racine completed all on 10/27/2017. Quite an accomplishment. Many on the team have this same goal. So for Braden. So you have to act surprised. The varsity boys cross country most improved player is awarded to Jack Sample. The varsity boys cross country most valuable players are awarded to Jacob Steinfeld and Roland Gay. And last but not least, varsity girls cross country most improved player is awarded to Allison LaPointe. Girls JV soccer coached by McKenna Hunter.
At the beginning of this season, I was fairly unsure of what to expect. It was my first year coaching with 19 girls, no goalie, and 2 that had never played soccer before. After the first day, I frankly anticipated a long season with not too many positives. Yet the 19 girls I had the fortune to coach managed to find a way to put a smile on my face almost every day of practice. And while it took some time to get out of our flat starts, they began to play the game that I always believed it should be played, and deep down knew they were capable of. Despite the several injuries along the way, to the point of only having 12 girls some games, the girls still managed to put a smile on probably 90% of the time. I don't think any 19 girls would deny that there were definite rough patches throughout the season, but I think they would also agree that we came a long way throughout the season using their weak foot and only losing to one team both times in the season. While their 9-6-1 overall record probably wasn't as good as most of them hoped for, as a JV coach, I am proud of their improvement. One of the 2 girls who had never played soccer came a long way in her technical ability to the point that she was able to pass and control the ball confidently in games. By the end of the season, she began to be more aggressive in her challenging the opponent for the ball, and after winning it, finding strong passes to generate offensive opportunities for the team. Despite never playing the game, she grew to be a strong player by the end of the year, and thus has earned the most improved player for the team. I chose not to elicit an MVP for the team this year. Choosing only one individual out of 4 or 5 girls who all confidently led the team through their actions would have been an impossible task for me. I want to thank Coach Tremblay, Supernaut, Matat, and my dad for providing me advice throughout the season as a first-year coach and being a sounding board for ideas and thoughts during a game. I also want to thank the parents of the 19 girls for being there and being supportive of the girls at every game. And finally, I want to thank all 19 girls who gave me an incredible first season as a coach. I was grateful for the opportunity and look forward to seeing you continue to grow as athletes and students in the coming years.
The girls' JV soccer most improved player is awarded to Autumn K.A. Girls varsity soccer coached by Tim Supernaut and Tim Matat.
As I sat down today to think about the season and to write something down, my mind went in 100 different ways. So I decided just to pull a Frankie. Frankie gets up here, speaks from the heart, speaks about what these girls mean to him, or his team means to him. The best part of my day is going out to see these girls. Might sound funny to you, seeing I have a daughter, but every time I go out, they put a smile on my face. I hear about this teacher that did that, this thing that bodily functions from Lizzie. They always put a smile on my face. Through the course of the year, still in my phone, taking selfies. Challenge me to do stuff. It was enjoyable to be around. And then to cap it off with winning the Section 7 Class B championship, that means tremendous to me, but it means so much to those girls. And how hard they worked from July all the way to that last practice. In July, Coach Matat was there with me. He runs that camp where we're just trying to get them in shape. When I have a number of girls showing up, busting their butt, and it's all voluntary, it means a lot. It sets a tone right from the start. And that tone carried through. My captains this year, I've been very fortunate over the last few years to have some very strong-willed, nice captains. And I always said to these captains, like I've said the last 2-3 years, lead by example. Don't lead by running your mouth. You beat everybody in the long runs. You beat everybody in sprints, and they will follow you. Let me worry about everything else. So those girls did that. They were at every single one of Miss Matat's camps. They were at every practice early, doing their best. They're not perfect. They made mistakes. Heck, I had to throw one off the field during the season. But to me, these girls have come such a long ways. And to me, it doesn't matter. Yes, in my heart, I love the fact that we won it and we get to put the number on the banner in there. But to me, there's a lot more to it. To me, when I have the team dinner at my house, the night before, well, a couple nights before we went and played Potsdam, I had 9 girls sitting in my living room. Team dinner was at 3. It's 8 o'clock at night, and they're just sitting around shooting the ball. I wasn't their coach. I felt like their brother. I won't say father. I felt like their brother. And I can honestly say I started coaching because I love soccer. But I don't keep coaching because I love soccer. I keep coaching because I got invited to a wedding of a girl this summer that I coached 15 years ago. Probably haven't talked to her in 5 years. But it meant enough to her to think of me that way. And I'm an emotional person, as you can already tell. Okay? But every year, this year maybe not quite as bad because we accomplished great things right at the end. Every year, from the day soccer ends, for a good 2 weeks, I'm miserable. And I'm miserable because I miss them. And I don't know what else to say, other than the fact that they're awesome, and I would run through a brick wall for them.
Girls varsity soccer most improved players are awarded to Nat Rao, Hannah Gordon, Katarina Emmerich, and Brindley LaFountain. Girls varsity soccer most valuable players are awarded to Kyle McComb and Lizzie Roberts. Well, Coach Dumas, that's a hard one to follow. I'm glad you get to go first.
No pressure.
No. I probably don't need that. By the way, Coach Supernal, much older brother. If I remember right, I can't say too much because I think I hired you as a coach at 15 years old. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I can't even pronounce the word that Nick uses, synosis or something like that. Every since I've been told that word, I still can't pronounce it, and I still can't figure out what to write when you say that. Because I check all my emails often. If anybody saw my phone, they know what I'm talking about. All right. I really want to congratulate the JV boys. They had a great season. They undefeated. Had 3 ties in there, but they busted tail. CBA champs. It didn't come easy. There was a lot of hard work that had to be done. Their work ethics, their attitudes, it was just fun. Family atmosphere, no problems. You know, we had a few comedians, we had a few serious guys, we had a great mixture. Chemistry, they call it, I guess. But the unique thing with the group is that they tested each other. They made each other better. And that's hard to do at that level, but they pushed each other to get to where they got. You know, being champs is a great feeling, yes, as a coach. Undefeated, great feeling. But the biggest rewards are the things on the outside. You know, what they'll carry in the future. It's go to Saranac Lake, okay? We go up there. We drop the varsity off at their field. We have to travel down to the middle school to play our game. Naturally, the facilities have to be used. So they all truck over to the middle school, use the facilities, all come back to the field. It takes a few minutes, but it all got done. But they got somebody's attention when they went inside that school. And this person, now our bus is probably eighth of a mile down the road. This person left the school, got in their car, and went down to our bus, and steps in the bus and said, "I just want to tell you something." She says, "I've never seen more respectable and well-behaved boys as your students." Said they came into our school, cleats came off, they walked the halls, took care of their business, and went out to the field. Now that's a reward, and that's something they can carry with them forever. They deserve a big round of applause for that. This was a teacher at that school who got in her car and drove down just to do that. And she made sure to tell that bus driver, "You make sure you tell that coach about these kids." And I tell you what, that's what makes coaching so much fun. So boys, congratulations. It was my privilege for me to be your coach. Thank you.
Boys JV Soccer Most Improved Player is awarded to Aiden Supernaut. Boys JV Soccer Most Valuable Player is awarded to Jack Bolson.
I spoke about a comedian. The boy's got a future, I'm telling you. So, thank you.
Boys Varsity Soccer. Moving this year to boys varsity soccer was surely going to be a big change. Knowing that I had huge shoes to fill in the retirement of Coach Dale Hawksby, I probably entered the first day of practice with more nerves than the nerves the boys were feeling. Reflecting upon the year, there were a great deal of things this team should be proud of. Every time they stepped onto the playing field, they were a representation of what we expect from our athletes here at NCCS. They treated each other with respect, minus the occasional roast, or more than occasional roast. And they treated their opponents with an equal amount of respect. They finished the year with a respectable record of 9-6-2. They were NCCS Sample Lumber Tournament champions. The biggest win of the season was a shootout win against an undefeated Peru in the semifinals of sectionals to attain a goal of ours, which was to make it to the sectional finals. Our season ultimately came to an end, which we would consider probably early, losing to Saranac in the finals 3-2 with some bad bounces. Win, lose, or draw, all of these boys, each in a unique way, have gained my respect. We had two players that landed on the all-conference team, Riley Hollister landing a first-team spot, while Ian Gordon earned a spot on the second team. We will be losing a great deal of seniors, 13 to be exact, and next year, looking to reload and rebuild. Boys, thanks for a good year, and I hope to see all of you underclassmen next year. Boys Varsity Soccer Most Improved Player is awarded to Chase Ross. Boys Varsity Soccer Most Valuable Player is awarded to Riley Hollister. At this point in time, I normally announce our Scholar Athletes and our Scholar Athlete teams. However, due to timing of some certain constraints in my life, we had to do this ceremony a little bit earlier. So We do not have quarter one grades, so I apologize that I do not have those to announce. I'm sure there is a plethora of names that I could announce at this point in time, but I will catch up to those people who did earn that award, Scholar Athlete Award. We do have one last award for tonight. That is the John J. Herbert All-Academic Award. This award is given every sports season to two individuals that have excelled not only on the playing fields, but in the classroom as well, while being part of an athletic team. They will each receive a patch and a certificate. The recipients of the John J. Herbert All-Academic Award are Justin Pennington and Riley Passano. I will now read the locations who will be going to finish the awards ceremony. Girls varsity and JV soccer will stay here in the auditorium. Volleyball will go to the middle school cafeteria. Cross country will go to the high school cafeteria. And boys soccer will go to the high school gym. Thank you for coming this evening.